Oh, baby, we got a big one today. How's it going? You're hanging out with Andrew RFC. Yeah, I realized that sounded a little bit wrong after I said it, but we have got news officially on FIFA 20 Ultimate Team. Now, going to be giving my opinion on some of the things that we have seen and what I think about it so far. I gotta say this, from what I've read from the pitch notes, which is going to be popping up on the screen, pretty happy with what we have seen thus far. Let's get into it. We're not going to be going through everything quote by quote, but this is all from Tyler Blair. I'm sure you are showing him love. He is the creative director on FIFA Ultimate Team. And he's here to introduce us to some new features. So let's get started right away. We got season objectives, which is a new thing. To start, I want to give you an overview on season objectives. In FIFA 19, of course, you might remember we had the daily and weekly things. Well, it looks like every month or so, we are going to be getting a brand new season which has new objectives. Now on the screen, you can see this picture where they are on the tab that says season objectives, and it says you can unlock things like this once to watch Jovic. Hey, funny, we put him in our video last time. Make sure you're checking that out. But anyway, you can see that you get a 9-game loan Jovic by, it looks like, probably competing and doing these goals. Score for Serbia, 100 XP, goodbye Bundesliga, finesse, etc., etc. Now, something to look at for the season's objectives as well is you get XP that grows with your stats, which it looks like you could see in the top right. And as you unlock things, you get more and more stuff, with the more XP that you get, leading to better rewards as the season does go on. So doing something like getting this once to watch Jovic, you'll get XP, not only unlocking this Jovic, but getting a prize during the season. Now you can also see here on the screen, it basically says as the season progresses with more XP by doing daily objectives, weekly objectives, and season objectives, you are going to be getting all these different things from coin boosts to packs, to special balls, kits, etc. So they break it down perfectly right here. Daily objectives are simple tasks that you can get XP to your season rewards. They automatically release and expire after 24 hours, which is exactly what we had. Now they change weekly objectives a little bit. They're still going to be about the same thing, where they'll be up for 1 week, but every single week except for the final week of the season, you actually have 2 weeks to basically do them. So let's say you go on vacation 1 week and maybe you miss a weekly objective to get, I don't know, let's say a flashback player. Don't you worry, because it will actually be there for a second week as long as it's not on the last week of the season, which it does say there. Season objectives, which are new, are longer term challenges to finish, and from the time they are put up and they are live, they will remain live until the last day of the season. So again, that little graphic on the bottom there, you could see as you gain XP, you gain rewards throughout the season. I would kind of say it's similar to a battle pass in something like Fortnite and Apex, just you're not paying for it, which is pretty awesome to say the least. Also, they've added something called dynamic objectives, our special time-limited release objective groups, which will not have a regular release schedule. So they are going to be kind of random and spontaneous. And they end after a set period of time determined by the dynamic objective group. They could be tied to campaigns or real-world events that are happening in the game during the course of the season. So this could be maybe like during a Manchester derby, or maybe just any derby around the world, Champions League games, Europa League games. It might just give you a flash one like, hey, for a ton of XP that maybe is going to help you get to that next level in the season, go ahead and win a game with only Manchester United players. Something like that. Who knows what they're really going to do. So again, it all explains it. Completing objectives earns you XP, progress your level in the seasons tab, and of course, there's 30 levels. Basically, it'll help you get things from packs, players, club customization, and so much more. I do really like this feature. I think it's something that the game has needed. I grew really tired of the weekly objectives as FIFA 19 did go on. I always liked it overall, but again, to me, this is something that we have needed for a while. Again, keeping it fresh every single month. So they've also added more objectives such as Foundation and Milestone. Now, Foundation objectives, they've said, is a place where kind of players can learn the game who are kind of new to Ultimate Team, and the Milestone ones are not tied to any season. They said that once a milestone objective group is created in FIFA 20, you'll be able to continue making progress against these, unlocking rewards at your own pace. So again, maybe these could be long-term things where it's like score 500 goals or win 100 games. Maybe you get a special pack or something. I really like the idea of all this. Now, here's the big question that I got looking at customization options. Here on the screen, you can see the picture that they have put for the customization options. It's awesome. It's cool because you get your kits. There's going to be more badges, they're saying, that are going to kind of be more maybe custom-like. And I also love the idea of a team celebration as well as the stadium themes and the tifos. I think those are all awesome, but now my question is this adding more garbage to packs? Now, this has been a concern for a lot of people that if these are going to be obtainable through packs as well, you're really filling up packs to be a little bit more garbage, which is kind of shady from EA. Now, I know a lot of people do spend money on packs, which is pretty nuts, and I am a victim of that as well throughout the years, but it is going to be an issue because if your packs are being filled, let's say like this elbow drop celebration thing is a rare item, it could potentially be taking away from players. Unless EA limits the consumable amount for it and also counts them as rare and non-rares additionally, then I'd be okay with it. But if these were more unlocked things, I would totally be fine with that. Overall, I do like the idea though. A stadium theme is pretty awesome. The tifos are great as well. Not tifo, the tifos. And the celebrations for your team, and also more kind of generic badges that you can customize, I think is a very good idea also. Alright, so moving on, a couple of the other things that they did announce was FUT friendlies. Now, here's the thing, I'm not going to go into too much details about this because it is basically all the stuff that we had in the Play Now mode in FIFA 19, and basically it was the thing that you could do with your friends online and offline with the house rules. Now, here's my thing, looking at this screen, I would love to have this in Ultimate Team if it showed me all my stats of when I score most of my goals, where I score most of my goals, my shots, and everything like that. That's the only thing I want to take from this into regular Ultimate Team. Other than that, it's a very cool way to play with your friends. I do like the ideas of the maximum chemistry mode and, you know, just having the house rules where it's like long shots only, king of the hill, stuff like that is all a good idea for a little bit of fun to be playing with online, maybe influencers, friends, etc. All right, up next we got the easier squad management screen according to EA. Now, looking at this picture, I would love for this to be how it all looks. If you notice in the bottom right, that's where your manager goes now, which is kind of cool. And the whole integration looks nice, kind of with a dark background. Hopefully you could select that or something, but it looks like everything is all done within the same spot. And as you can see with this picture here, where they said now by pressing R1 and RB, it will take you directly to your club and give you players of that position that you want to replace. So for example, they show Harry Kane, you just press R1, it brings up all the strikers in your team and who could go there. But then you could also customize it the old way. So it gives you kind of a quicker alternative, which I mean is also very nice. Another thing that they added is by pressing L1 and LB. Instead, it'll take you right to the transfer market, but it will already have pre-filtered positions of what you're looking for, and also only show you the maximum coins that you could buy with the current balance that you have. Again, it's a quicker alternative, and I think it's a really nice little thing that they do have in the game. Now, something I'm a fan of, if it does work quickly, is definitely this new hub and interface that they have added. As you can see here, clicking on this Virgil van Dijk card instead of the drop-down menu, it just gives you this thing, this circle all around it. Player instructions, send a club, all the stuff that we're used to, but again, it's supposed to kind of be a quicker interface, which I am a big fan of. Squad Battle is going to be changing a little bit this year. Apparently now, I believe you don't have to be waiting every single little while to hit your refreshes. Now you can just hit 40 games a week if you're that crazy and have the patience to do so. Good on you, but it is going to be integrating squad battles a little bit more. Now they show you all the details on squad battles and basically how your opponent plays their top players instead of seeing the whole squad, which I think is a good idea. It's going to leave you a little bit more of a guessing game going into squad battles, which could be a little bit fun, especially for players who want to do it. Little fun fact, EA also said squad battles is a very popular game mode, which I mean, hey, if it is, they got to keep improving it, and it looks like they may have in little ways. This is a big thing for me. The bulk quick sell of consumables is great. Now, it's not for the market, but if you are just hoarding things in your club and you want to get rid of it, you don't have to go one by one anymore. You could finally bulk sell all your consumables, which is awesome. The pre-match setup is also great. They've gone on to say the flow of matchmaking online has changed. Now in FIFA 20, you'll see new options when it comes to selecting your kits. You'll have the option to select playing against your opponent's kits, or you can also just use your own kits against one another like we see in the Weekend League, which I'm a big fan of all that happening. FUT Champs looks like it is going to be the same, about 3 games, but they are going to have the upgrade SBCs straight away to start the year, not just halfway through, which is a nice thing if you are kind of a lower level player. They made some changes to division rivals regarding skill rating, and again, I think they are pretty positive changes as well. Basically, if you hit the 2,200 cap, you are going to be in the top of Division 1, but you could keep gaining skill rating over and over, but you are going to be capped at that 22, playing against guys at your skill level, which is great. They have finally fixed foot stadiums, thank God. The San Siro was a stadium in this game that is absolutely beautiful, that was absolute garbage because of the shadows. Well, now you can possibly play the game at night where shadows are not going to be an issue, and it's going to make stadiums like the San Siro and other ones that were hard to play in before a little bit better, because they wanted to match all the lighting and shadows and basically looked at every stadium one by one and checked what weather looks the best in the game, finally. The last bit of news going quickly here is the companion app. Basically, you can do everything in the companion app if I am summing it up. You're able to also do SBC protection on players, where basically you lock them so you don't accidentally submit them into an SBC, which is great. But also from the companion app now, you can do all your tactics and basically do everything that you can in the game except for play a game on the companion app, which is great for people who might be out and maybe have a quick idea. Also today, EA showed the full list of icons. Now it looks like everybody is back from last year, and also you're adding in Zinedine Zidane, Pirlo, Drogba, Wright, Koeman, and Carlos Alberto as well. Now there's still 9 icons to be added that we don't even know, which is awesome. I am all for all these icons. Now, according to reports, when you look at the pictures, you can see some similarities to real-life pictures. For example, the first one, many people are thinking is going to be Kaká, which I would agree with. The third one, many people think is going to be Michael Essien, which I would agree with. And the third last one, a lot of people think is going to be Hugo Sanchez of Mexico, which I think are all going to be 3 phenomenal icons. But I'm curious to know, which icons do you think are going to be in the game? Let me know. Facebook. Let me know down in the comment section. Of course, leave a thumbs up for more FIFA 20 on the way. It's been your boy, Andrew RFC. Have a good one. Of course, as more news does break in the world of footy and FIFA, we're going to be getting to all of that.